We got Mike and Red on the pod, yeah. We got stats and all the latest news. You know what, Mike and Red ain't no facade. What's your sport? Come and tap into. Yeah. 2 bros in a pod, yeah. 2 bros in a pod, a pair, yeah. 2 bros in a pod, where? Yeah. 2 bros in a pod, we here.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another fabulous, dynamic, dope, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious podcast of 2 Bros and a Pod. Another episode. Listen, there's so much stuff to talk about NBA wise. But of course, we're going to we got to start with the game last night. You know, Knicks versus Lakers, West Coast game for all those that stayed up and was able to watch it. I believe it was like 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock their time, 7 o'clock our time here on the East Coast. And it was, I believe, everybody played except Rui. Don't get me messing up on Rui's last name, Hachimura. There we go, Rui Hachimura. He was the only one that didn't play. I believe you guys got whatchamacallit back. What's his name? Robinson.
Yeah, Mitch is back. Yeah,
Mitch is back. Mitch Robinson is back, and Cat played. Brunson played. Brunson obviously, he got hurt in the overtime. About a minute and a half left in overtime, he sprained his ankle. Hopefully, it's just a mild sprain. You know, we don't wish injury on nobody, or I don't wish injury on nobody. But it was an awesome game. It was a very, very great game. So what was the final score again? Yeah, the final score I believe was 109, 105, something like that.
It was 109.
109. Lakers over the Knicks. And so, like I said, it was an overtime game, extra 5 minutes. So it was a high-intensity defensive game. Luka had 4 steals. Luka's been playing. You know, Luka's never going to be a great defender. Like, he just doesn't have the lateral foot speed, to stay in front of his man on a consistent high level, right? But he really gave he's been giving maximum effort. And it's amazing to see, like, the whole team, LeBron, Luka, Reeves, they're all just giving the whole. It's just a whole effort. Go to the stats with me. This is from the game.
Here we go.
Yeah. So Karl Anthony Towns was really held in check. It was weird, because LeBron started out guarding Karl Anthony Towns. Go to the Knicks. Go to the Lakers lineup.
Here we go.
So it was, I believe it was I think they had Vanderbilt. I think it was either Dorian Finney-Smith or Vanderbilt that was on Brunson.
He didn't do a good job.
He didn't do a good job. Yeah, well, Brunson. Listen, man, Brunson is a dog. We all know that, right? He's a great clutch player. As he proved again yesterday, he's actually the number 1 clutch player in the league.
Yeah, I think he's gonna win that Clutch Player of the Year award.
Yeah.
You heard what they're calling him?
What do they call him?
Captain Clutch.
Captain Clutch. Yeah, he had a great game. But Towns was held in check. He only shot the ball 13 times. He didn't shoot the ball the whole fourth quarter. So here's the thing, right? It's one thing to say, right, that they're not looking to get me the ball, right? But I don't believe that's true. That doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't you be looking to get your leading scorer, your second best player, the ball in a close game? It doesn't make sense. So here's my theory. Towns was frustrated. His confidence was shot, and he was not at the. He didn't have the mindset to say, you know what, I'm going to demand the ball. I'm going to clear space. I'm going to have my hands up high. It's like they got to have no choice but to feed me the ball. So he was not doing any of that. So there's no way that Brunson and goddamn, so brain farts this morning. Thibodeau is going to say, no, don't give Towns the ball. Does that make any sense, Gabe? Do you think Thibodeau and Brunson is blackballing their second best player?
Well, I think also Karl Anthony Towns recently took a couple games off for personal reasons. And I think the reports were that he was at a close family or friend's funeral. So I think maybe that.
So maybe mentally he wasn't there?
I think so.
Okay, well, you know what? If that's the case, my condolences to his friend.
Family friend who died of breast cancer.
Unfortunately, I've had family members that passed away from this terrible disease. But nevertheless, it just seemed that he was, not engaged.
Well, did you hear about the controversy that happened surrounding this?
Surrounding him missing games?
Yeah.
Why would there be controversy?
Well, because Draymond Green, so Karl Anthony Towns missed the game against the Heat.
Okay.
I mean, against the Warriors. I
think it was the Warriors.
It was the Warriors. And Draymond Green on his podcast said that Karl Anthony Towns was ducking Jimmy Butler. And that was the real reason that he missed the game. But then it came out that obviously he had personal reasons.
Yeah. Well, listen, right? We have a podcast here. Draymond is, it's in his best interest, and hopefully Draymond didn't know, about the passing of his friend. But it's in Draymond's best interest, to garner attention for us to watch. So of course he would say something like that because that's going to make people listen and click and do all those things. But like I said, sleep in peace and condolences go out to Karl Anthony Towns and his family and the family, immediate family of the friend that he lost. And hopefully, you can't tell somebody how to heal. But hopefully, it eases over some time, because it can mess with your mind, right? Especially if you were very close with the person. And so again, our condolences go out. But yeah, it was definitely a great game. The Lakers have now won 8 in a row. They're sitting at the number 2 seed.
Do you think it was a good trade?
What, for who?
I'm just messing around.
Yeah. Good joke. That was let's speak hypothetically, right? Let's say the Lakers win the championship this year.
Uh-huh.
People are already saying that is the worst, their version of the worst trade in NBA history. So if the Lakers was to win the chip this year, I can't even fathom. We might have Dallas fans uh, on high alert. We might have to watch.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? Because that would be jeez. It's already like at that level. Like, damn, look what he's doing. Usually it takes a player some games to, to transition in, 10, 15, 20 games. Like, he did it in a handful of games. And it's like LeBron has, like gave him say, okay, let's go. You the ball handler now, right? This lead us. Set us up. So what that has done is that's given LeBron more energy, more energy for defense, more energy for offense. See, the difference is this, right? Anthony Davis, yes, is a great player, right? But for the most part, he has to have shots created for him, right? He has to, he's not bringing the ball up. He's not breaking the defense down. That's just not his game. So when you have somebody who can do that at a high level consistently, it's like Christmas every game. It's like Christmas every single game. And he's 6'7", so point guards are not going to be able to guard him. Shooting guards are not going to be able to guard him. Most small forwards are not going to be able to guard him, especially down there in the block. It's a problem. So if you double, he's a great passer. So LeBron is finding himself with single coverage. Like, LeBron is like, damn, single coverage, this shit is like practice. You gonna guard me single, one man on me? So it's like a perfect fit. And the team is playing at a all-time high defensively, way better, obviously, than they were when they had defensive player of the year candidate in Anthony Davis. Go figure. Go figure. So, yeah, that was a great game. So I think the Lakers play Boston tomorrow, right? Yeah, Saturday. Lakers play Boston tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow they play Boston. ABC, I believe.
Oh yeah, you're right. They play Boston. It's gonna be a good game. Maybe
Yeah,
the finals preview.
That right now, listen, the Lakers have been doubling in the paint and stuff like that. Boston is not really a big team. Because Porzingis is still out, right? Well, Porzingis likes to predominantly play on the perimeter anyway. But yeah, so the Lakers, I don't think, need to double in the paint as if they did with Jokic and they did with Towns, and so they could pretty much play more straight up. Yeah, they could play more straight up, man.
You know what I was also thinking about, talking about finals previews? How crazy would it be if it was the Cavs versus the Lakers in the finals? The city of Cleveland.
Yeah, I think. Oh wow, I didn't think about that. That would be a hell of a storyline.
I think the NBA needs the Lakers to be in the finals. I think the Lakers versus any team is a good.
Do you agree with this? That the Lakers. Excuse me, man. No sleep, man. No sleep. Listen, that the Lakers have saved this NBA season. Prior to this Luka Anthony Davis trade, this was like a dull season. It wasn't like we didn't have like that
Interesting thing.
popcorn ready. Like now it's like, wow, like the Lakers really have a chance. So the NBA, it's better for the league, right? So if was able to get a Boston and a Lakers, that would be so awesome for the NBA. That would be so awesome for the NBA.
I think the Lakers versus any of the what do you call it, top like 4 seeds in the East would be great finals. I could tell you right now why.
So that's Cleveland, Boston, Knicks, and who's the fourth?
The Bucks. I think. Let me pitch you each one. So the reason I think that is because when you look at it, the top 4 seeds, you got the Cavs. So the Lakers versus Cavs, which is self-explanatory. That'd be a crazy finals.
Yeah.
You got the 2 seed, which are the Celtics, which would be the Lakers versus the Celtics, which would also be just a historical thing. And then the Lakers versus the Knicks, which I think is interesting because you have the 2 biggest markets in the NBA facing against each other, which we haven't had in the finals. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we have the Lakers versus the Bucks, which I think would be interesting because
With the European connection.
Exactly. Yeah, you hear me. You got me.
Well, I see those things, all those things, except I'd put the Bucks, last, fourth. It would be awesome. First and foremost, to have Lakers and Boston in the finals again. Hasn't happened since 2010 or something like that. I know it was Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah, I think 08 maybe. That's the one with Paul Pierce.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, going on pushing 20 years. But yeah, that would be great for the league. It would be great for the league. Talk about the Bucks. Shout out to Giannis for reaching 20,000 points. As the 6th youngest player to do it. Behind LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, Kevin Durant. I forgot the other player.
And 30,000 points?
No, 20,000. The 6th youngest to 20,000. He just made 20,000, 20K. But what do you think his chances are for 30,000 if he stays healthy? I
think it's almost a gimme.
And he said it though. He said as much. He says, "I'm gonna get there," because they naming the players that the other 5 players. And he says, "I'm gonna get there. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I'm gonna get there." That's what he said.
I think it's a gimme for him.
I think he could do it.
Unless barring serious injury.
I don't know if it's gonna be on Milwaukee.
Oh. Where do you think he's gonna go?
I have no idea. But for some reason, I don't see Giannis finishing his career with the Bucks. I just don't see it. Like, he's had too many instances thus far that give me cause to pause, where, he, didn't like this coach. He didn't like that coach. He wanted this player. He wanted that player. And he was threatening to leave. If you don't get me this, I'm going. So I just don't see it. And it's not impersonal. Business is business. I hope everybody has learned, right? Where, the fans who, so yeah, Kobe played his whole career with the Lakers. Derek Jeter played his whole career with the blah, blah, blah. Dirk played his whole career with the Mavericks.
You don't think that's a good thing?
I didn't say it was not a good thing, right? Especially if it's a goal of the players. But there's no loyalty. After what happened to Luka, I knew it before that, but if you need any more convincing that they could trade you in a heartbeat, right? You have no idea And you really think that is something to brag about, that you stay with one team? Like, so when these players decide to leave, I don't hold that against. I don't consider one player greater than the other because this player stayed on the team and this player left. Why does that make you greater? That's kind of dumb to me. It doesn't make any sense.
I get what you're saying.
But there's plenty of people out there who say that. Oh, why didn't you stay there and make it work? What? That's, come on, man. And it all depends on what what ownership is willing to bend on, right? What they're willing to give you. In LeBron's case, right, in Cleveland, for 7 years, they gave him no other star, nothing, like
nada, zilch.
So he got the opportunity that he earned, right? Free agency is earned. It's not demanding a trade, get me out of here. He earned it. So if you earn something and you take advantage of that, why is that looked at as wrong?
But I think people think it's wrong when you think of it like in the way Kevin Durant going to the Warriors and LeBron joining the Super Heat.
Hold on. LeBron joining the Super Heat? The Heat was trash before.
I mean, they won a championship like 2 years prior.
They what?
Didn't Shaq and
Shaq was not there no more.
I know, but like
what do you know? That's a big thing.
Okay, forget about the LeBron thing. Forget about it.
They were look at their record. They were not they were not a contender at all.
No, okay. But people will have an issue with it and scenario.
No, you should have an issue. Well, if you're gonna have an issue, wouldn't you have an issue with someone joining a team that just won 73 games?
No, I fully agree with you. It's not the same thing.
It's not the same.
I was just trying to
as
think of another example.
But people compare it. Oh, LeBron went to the Heat. The Heat needed LeBron.
Yeah.
The Golden State didn't need Durant.
You're right. That's where the difference lies.
Exactly. It's a huge gap. It's a huge difference. Huge difference. But listen, man, the players. Look at Kevin. Look how many times Kevin Durant has demanded to be traded. Right?
A lot.
But does that mean he's not a great basketball player?
I guess so. But they always say the thing about Kevin Durant is, what city is gonna build the statue of him? You know what I mean?
Just put him everywhere.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh man, that's a good ass question, man. What city is going to build a statue of Kevin Durant? Wow. Maybe he won't have one. He hasn't been anywhere long enough.
That's the thing, and it's like
you can't definitely not happen in Golden State.
No. Steph Curry's gonna get many statues.
Wow.
But the thing is, he's that caliber of player that he should have a statue somewhere.
Now check this. Wade is getting got one in Miami. Mm-hmm. If LeBron wins another championship with the Lakers, does he get a statue?
I think so.
Or even if he doesn't, he broke the scoring record. He won a championship.
I don't think he gets one unless there's.
So if he wins another one, he gets one.
I think so. I think he got one in Cleveland.
Yo, is that not fucking legendary GOAT status to have 2 statues?
He might get one in Miami.
No other player has 2 statues, man.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar should have 2 though.
What, Milwaukee and LA?
Yeah, right.
Why should he have? If anything, Oscar Robertson should have one in Milwaukee. No.
Yeah, Oscar Robertson should have one. I don't think they build statues at the Milwaukee Arena.
I don't know.
Shaq might have 2, I think, as well, or should have 2.
Why? What? Orlando?
Miami?
How could Shaq have one in Miami, man?
Brought a championship to Miami.
Gabe, stop it, man. He was the Batman on that championship team.
Well, okay, I'm just trying to think of. Okay, what about a Kawhi Leonard? Do you think he could get 2 statues? Oh, I guess he would.
Kawhi Leonard, Gabe. Are you kidding me, man? Kawhi Leonard going.
I'm
Kawhi
just
Leonard's
thinking-
not even going to have one. Where's he having a statue at?
San Antonio. They hate him there, though. That's the thing. I forgot.
Come on.
I was
No.
just thinking he has 2 Finals MVPs.
No, that don't mean shit. Iguodala got a Finals MVP. We gonna give Iguodala a statue?
No, you're right. I'm just
In order to have a statue, you gotta be
top 10.
a legend in that. I mean, like Derek Jeter should have a. Do they? I don't think they do it for baseball.
No, I don't think they do. Yo,
Yeah, I
here's
don't
my
think-
question. LeBron gets another championship this year, but beats the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals. Is he still getting a statue in Cleveland?
You got to, bro. You got
crazy.
to.
It's crazy, man.
You got to. And that would make the legend that much greater. Yo, you got a statue for LeBron in Cleveland, and he left and came back and beat y'all motherfuckers in the finals. Wouldn't that? Oh man. Yo, I've said it before. Jordan has the best that I've seen, right? I didn't see Bill Russell. The best 8-year run out of any basketball player as far as winning,
Jordan.
right? Because he won 6 chips in 8 years. But as far as a complete career, a complete NBA career, it's not even close. How could you have anybody over LeBron for a complete career? Right? Isn't that what we say, yo, who had a better career? We don't say who had a better 8 years, who had a better 6 years. Because if that's the case, there's a lot of stars, right, that had better 5 years or 6 years than people that they're not looked at as to be better than. Let's talk about it, right? You got Steph Curry. You could take, they won 4 chips in how many years? What was it, like 9 years or something like that?
Yeah.
So you could take a 9 years out of Steph Curry's career and say, okay, he won 4 chips. But does that mean he's better than Larry Bird because he won more I don't think Larry Bird had 4 in 9 years, right? Because Larry Bird got 3 total.
Yeah.
So he's better than Larry Bird now? That doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
Like that would be dumb. You look at the total collective.
Of the entire career.
Oh, let's say Saquon Barkley has 1,900 yards next year, right? Or 2,000 yards next year in another championship. That means he's the best running back of all time?
No.
Exactly. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're in essence doing with Jordan, right? We're saying, okay, he had these 6 chips, which was within 8 years, but we totally throw away the other 9, 10 years of his career.
Those Wizard years.
No, the Wizard years was 2.
I know, but we throw
Right.
all the.
What
years
about the
away.
other 7 years of Chicago?
No, I mean I'm just including the Wizard years.
Yeah, so but how do you get to throw that away?
Yeah.
So it would be the same thing with Saquon, right? Oh, he was amazing on the Eagles. They won back-to-back chips, back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. But what about the Giant years where they was losing every year? And I don't believe it's fair to do that. It's not fair to do that. Yeah, Jordan has some awesome years when singularly, right? Even when they were getting swept out of the first round and not making the playoffs and not being having a chance in hell of winning a championship. He was scoring 35 and 37 points a game, but they weren't winning. It didn't equate to winning. Oh, man. But listen, we don't live in a perfect world, so what are you going to do? Kyrie, man, I feel so bad for him, man.
Oh, yeah.
With this injury that he's suffered.
Prayers out to Kyrie.
Yes, prayers out to Kyrie, speedy recovery. So I know there's news that he might not make it back until like the latter part of next season. Could possibly miss the whole next season. I just feel bad for him. Is my thoughts are not really with with Dallas, right? Because basketball is a game, right? But as far as an injury like that I know Kyrie loves the game so much, and it happened in a contract year because he's ready to get to re-up and get a new deal. So I hope that doesn't affect him and his family. I hear he's close with Nico Harris, the GM, Mavs GM. So hopefully they're able to work something out and he still get the deal that he deserves. They did it with KD when KD wasn't even playing with the Nets, and they still gave him the deal even though they knew he wasn't going to play. So hopefully they can do the same thing with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie deserves it. So yeah, let's we got some boxing matches coming up too, man. Katie Taylor and Serrano, they fighting for the third time, I believe in July. And that is looked at as that's a must watch. That's definitely going to be a must watch match. Can you pull up for me? I believe we got some fights in May. That's coming up this May, Gabe.
Yeah, let me pull those up for you.
Yeah, I believe we have.
So the May 2nd fight is Ryan Garcia versus Raleigh.
Okay, Ryan Garcia and Raleigh. Yeah, I take Ryan Garcia in that.
Yeah, so do I.
I'll take Ryan in that.
And then we got Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. That's the same day. It's the undercard.
The same day in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah. No, this is New York City. The day after is Saudi Arabia.
New York?
Yeah.
Where in New York?
I'm assuming Madison
Square Garden?
Probably, yeah. And then May 3rd, the day after, is in Saudi Arabia, which is the title fight between Alvarez versus Skull.
Okay. No, we got some interesting fights coming up. They had just. Let me check it out here. Boom, 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 boom. What's up with your man Steph, man? Steph has been on a roll. Although
has he?
I wouldn't say they've been playing juggernauts, right? They've been playing,
Besides the Knicks.
The Knicks are a juggernaut?
No, they're not. They're almost. They're a jug. They're just missing the knot.
I gotta see it in the playoffs, man. I gotta see it in the playoffs, or see it this season against the top teams, because I don't think they've played a top team in this burst that they're on 10-2 since acquiring Jimmy Butler. I see team like the Nets. They beat the Knicks again. The Knicks are struggling right now. Yeah, I need to see it against the likes of the Thunder and the Lakers and Cleveland and Boston. I need to see wins against those teams. I need to see how you look against those teams.
They don't play one of those teams until April 3rd when they play the Lakers. And then that's it.
So the rest of the month, they got cookie dough?
I'll read the whole thing off to you. They got the Pistons, Trailblazers, the Kings. They play the Knicks, the Nuggets, the Bucks.
Okay, I want to see them against the Nuggets and the Bucks.
Okay. And the Knicks, seriously, you're just gonna act like they're not.
Well, Knicks got some payback to get, man, right?
But that's it.
But it's gonna be in Golden State, no? That's gonna be in Golden State.
Yeah.
They were just in New York.
In Golden State. They got a pretty easy schedule for the rest of the season. They're not playing any of those teams. After that, it's all like Pelicans and stuff until the end of the season. Except for that one game against the Lakers again.
So, I don't know if you've heard. Well, Myles Garrett, the star defensive end for the Cleveland Browns, requested a trade not too long ago, and he wanted a meeting with the owner.
And you said no, right?
The owner declined. No, I'm not having a meeting. So he said he's willing to sit out games. So when you sit out a game, you don't get paid. That's a game check.
Yeah.
Right? So NFL game check is big. It's only 17 games, right? So take if you're getting $17 million a year, every game you sit out is $1 million.
That's crazy. I wouldn't do that. But I guess he really wants out.
So would you trade him?
Yes.
I would too. Like, why would you want to force somebody? Why would you want one of the leaders on your obviously the unquestionable leader of your defense, one of the leaders on the team, the best player on the team, doesn't want to be there, and you say I don't want to trade him? What are you gaining by having him there, knowing that he don't want to be there? That's going to rub off on everybody else.
It's just stubbornness, kind of. And you're right. It's not good to have in a
trade him
locker room.
To the highest bidder, get what you can, and start rebuilding your franchise, man. Start rebuilding your franchise. What do you think he's going to change his mind tomorrow and say, oh, I'm sorry, I want to be here now. Thank you for not trading me. He's not going to do that. He wants to leave.
Are you seeing where he might go?
Well, he can't go where he want to go. It's where they want to trade him to.
Oh, but what teams are willing to trade for him?
Oh, so many teams could use him, man.
The number one most likely they're saying is the Lions, which would be crazy. They say they'd trade 2025 first round pick and 2026 first round pick just for Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett is worth it, man.
Yeah.
I would love to see him in Dallas. Oh my God. You put that boy, whoo, wishful thinking. Wishful thinking.
Wishful. I forgot.
With the star on his helmet. That would be, wouldn't that be great? I could, listen, man, a brother could dream, right? I wish I could dream. I could dream. But that's I don't think that's good business, man. I don't think that's good business at all. Let him go. Let him go. He don't want to be there. Let him go. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So what do we got tonight? What games we got tonight?
You got the Knicks Clippers game.
No Brunson, Knicks and Clippers.
Cavs Hornets, which is a great game right there. I'm just joking. The Jazz and the Raptors. The Grizzlies and the Mavs. The Timberwolves and the Heat. The Blazers and the Thunder. The Suns and the Nuggets. The Spurs and the Kings.
Suns and the Nuggets might be worth watching, like if Suns show up.
Yeah.
But other than that, all those other games.
Well, I think the Knicks Clippers game might be good to watch. Maybe am I delusional as a Knicks fan to think that's an interesting game?
Well, listen, the Knicks played.
They played.
Look at it like
basketball.
this: Towns didn't play up to his capabilities, and they still had a chance to win the game on the road after being down, and Lakers came back. So you could take. There's positives to take out of that, right? Half cup full instead of half cup. You could look at that half cup full instead of half cup empty. The only thing you have to wait for now is hopefully Jalen Brunson is not seriously injured and they say, okay, 2 weeks, which is like 5-6 games. So You don't want that to happen. Although it wouldn't hurt you that much, like you most likely drop to fourth. Probably switch with
we're
Milwaukee.
4 games back. I think we stay at the 3rd seed for the remainder of the season.
But you're 3 games ahead of Milwaukee.
Yeah,
If you lose Brunson for 2 weeks, you're gonna stay ahead of Milwaukee.
We have a pretty chill schedule.
Okay.
Let me pull it up. I don't think Brunson will. I mean, wishful thinking here, but I think he's only out for 2 games. But this is our schedule. I know I just read off the schedule. That can be kind of boring, but here we go. We got the Clippers, then the Kings, then the Blazers, then the Warriors, then the Heat, then the Spurs, then the Hornets, then the Wizards, then the Mavericks, then the Clippers, then the Bucks, then the Blazers, then the 76ers. And then I think our first actual challenging game is April 2nd against the Cavaliers.
So you saying out of those games, none of them is going to be challenging?
I think maybe the Warriors game might be a little challenging. Maybe that Bucks game. But I'm saying with Brunson there, I can't imagine we lose many of these games. We've had, I think, one of the hardest schedules in the league. I know it's a dumb thing to say.
I think the Kings, you gotta play. You gotta show up against the Kings. It's not like a cakewalk.
I mean, they're pretty bad, especially without De'Aaron Fox. They used to be their whole thing.
They have don't they have who they have? They have Levine. They have DeRozan, and the big guy Sabonis.
He's out with a hamstring ankle though. I mean hamstring injury. He's out for a whole 3 weeks. So he won't be there. Thank goodness. I'm not happy that he has an injury. I just want my Knicks to succeed.
Oh man. Well, we will see, man. We will see. All right, listen, guys. We are. This is March.
Yeah.
This is March. So the finals is in June, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 months. 2 months to the finals.
We're a month away. Month and a half away.
We taking bets. Who y'all got? I got Lakers. Going to the finals. Who betting me? Gabe, you betting me? What's up? Huh? Lakers is in the West. You got Knicks. You got Knicks going to the finals. What up?
Nah, I don't know. It's too early to tell, but I will say I agree with you.
So are Knicks contenders?
I'll let you know at the end of the week.
Wow. You let me know at the end of the week after 60 plus games already.
Yeah. How'd you not tell?
Wow.
We're right there though. We are right there.
You don't believe in your team, man. You went like this. When you got to do that, you don't believe in your team. To say we right there after 60 games and you need more clarification, you got your whole team back. What are you waiting for to know definitively if you think they're a contender or not?
To see the entire team together play healthy for a stretch of at least 5 games. We haven't had that.
Hasn't Mitchell Robinson been back 5 games already?
Yeah, but Karl-Anthony Towns was out for 2 games before that. Jalen Brunson is now out. We haven't had a good stretch of 5 games with the entire starting 5.
Oh God! Here we go. I'm playing the violin. Excuses. The Lakers done had play without Luka. Obviously, before when the trade happened, they played games without Luka. They played games without AD. They played games without LeBron. They played games without Reeves, without Rui and Reeves. Come on, man! Stop it. And they've won games. It's not like these players is not playing and they just went to the shits. They've been winning even without these players.
True.
So that's no excuse. Somebody got to step up. Brunson is not playing. Somebody got to step up. It's that simple. Somebody got to step up and make it happen. Make a play.
Fair.
So I take it you don't have the Knicks as a contender. Because if I said Boston, you would say yes, contender. If I say Cleveland, you would say yes, contender. Contender, I mean going to go to the finals. Contender means you think your team could make it out of the second round. You think your team is likely to make it out of the second round. If you don't think you're likely to make it out of the second round, then you're not a contender.
I don't know. I think we're very likely to make it out of the second round. I just don't know if we can beat Boston or Cleveland, really. That's all I mean. I guess we would need to beat one of them to make it out of the second round, though, right?
It's okay to say,
I
don't
know.
think we could beat Boston or Cleveland in a 7-game series.
I don't know.
Because that's what has to be.
No, but it's not. I don't think we can. I don't know if we can. I'm not confident that we can, but that doesn't mean I'm going to say we can't. I'm never going to say that. Because like you said, when you have two superstars on your team.
But by you saying, I don't know, it's because you don't believe you can.
No, I just don't know.
You just don't want to say it.
No, I just don't know.
If the Knicks have beat Boston or won one of the games against Boston this year, you would say, yes, they got a shot at beating Boston.
We got another game against Boston. We got another game against Cleveland. After those games, I'll let you know if I can see them just beat once.
So what if Boston at that point is sitting everybody?
At that point, if they're sitting everybody?
Yeah, they say, okay, everybody could have it and sit.
The
Knicks win.
I'll still take that win. I'll still take it as a...
Yo, listen, man, on that note, man, we gonna get up out of here. Thank you guys for joining us on this show with me and my man Gabe, chopping it up about sports and NBA and all that good stuff. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. You've been doing great. We just reached 2,000 subscribers a couple of days ago. Shout out to 2Bros&APod. Shout out to us. We appreciate you. Let's keep going. Next is 3,000 and 4 and 5 and 10 and 15 and 20 and 100. And let's just keep pushing. Keep pushing for greatness every day. Every day is a new day. Other than that, what else we got? What else we got, Gabe? That's it? I'm sorry. Gabe said we ain't got nothing else. Enjoy the games. Enjoy the weekend with your family, your kids if you have any. And you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Let's go.